Yo, what's cracking? What's happening? Been away a while, but I'm back, baby. It's the Internet Dad Channel, aka the Boogeyman, aka your worst nightmare. I'm Noble Casalupus, and the honor is yours. Shout out, Crypto Gang, Passport Gang, and all the homies. The format of the show is gonna change a little bit from 16 years old up to 55 because there's a lot of things I want to do. I like to speak about love and relationships, girls. I love to speak about crypto, and I love speaking about politics. When I first started the show, it wasn't all about that, but now I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So we got an interesting beginning. I actually do want to talk about a little bit of gossip. Hey, people like that. And I want to talk about wealth building. And I got a couple of things, so just check it out. Flow with me right now. All right, so first of all, Kanye West was in Hollywood and he was dealing with TMZ. Just walking down the street, and a woman approached him that was supposedly a reporter and was harassing him, asking dumb arse questions and a whole bunch of ish. And it was ridiculous. And he gave her a lecture. Took her phone, which I think you can get in trouble for, and pretty much snatched it out of her hand, which she could have probably got hurt. Now, some people, some other gossip outlet, were talking about how somebody could have got hurt and could have got sued. And I was thinking, I'm not really trying to mess with anybody. Or maybe I'll let the homeboy do that, and maybe you need somebody to hang out with you, one or two people to hang out with you. Not all the time, but when you go into high-profile places, like I'm just walking through Hollywood, right? And they can handle that. But I'm not trying to hurt. If I'm worth like over 100 million, I'm not trying to hurt a girl's hand. And she falls on the ground. And then she gets the chance to sue you. I'm not with that. But if she did win, I'm like, that's a good scam right there. Uncle Noah will be like, you know what? Word. Get a couple of homegirls. We're going to go over there. And I know where all the rich people are. We're going to do some harassing and see if we can make some money. Oh, you fell on the ground. Oh, I didn't really break my hand. Oh, come back to the crib. I could break your hand. Let's get that money. Anyway, that was a joke. Laugh. Yo, check this out. And I was watching another show on the internet. The show gets better and better, so hang tight. We're gonna get better and better. But Eminem, you saw Eminem recently? He looks so young. And I'm like, I seen you done drugs, you might still do it, you party, and you do shows. That kind of puts a wear and tear on the body. But he looks younger than me. And how you look younger than me? You're older than me, and I'm fabulous. So, I don't know. And then, is cloning a thing right now? Because I heard things about that. Then you saw Gucci Mane, and one person tried to explain to me, oh, when you go to jail, it's like rehab. So when you come out, you're going to look different. I don't know. It just looked kind of weird. Anyway, moving on. We did mention in the title about the wealth equation. So the wealth equation, as far as money, is earnings plus savings plus investments equals wealth. All right, so let's break it down. Earnings. So you have to bring in some paper somehow. You got to bring in the bread somehow. We have that. That's most people on a job or anything contracting. Then you want to save the money. So you don't want to spend more money that's coming in. So you actually want to save it. And before you get to your spending and not be able to defer your wants, you have to invest. And hang on to your investments for the long term. And as you get better, I guess you could flip. They used to call me, one of my best friends used to call me the Flapjack King because I was so good at flipping cryptocurrency. All right, so that's the wealth equation. So you want to earn money, you want to save money, and then you want to invest it, and that equals wealth. It's very simple You probably already knew it, but now it's time to do it. And also we can add on debt elimination to that. Debt elimination. I'm not a financial advisor, but debt elimination is just don't use credit cards. If you use credit cards, use it and pay it off by the end of the month. You don't accumulate debt. And then also, if you do have credit cards, you get rid of the first credit card, the lowest balance first. You take it down. So that's what you have to do when you're working the wealth equation. We could talk about that more in the future, but I just wanted to give you an idea about how to accumulate wealth. You want to earn, save, then invest. And that equals wealth, even if it's a little bit. All right, I have crypto picks. Now, as far as crypto picks, I love XRP, just not financial advice. XRP's taking over the world and getting involved with a whole bunch of, a lot of institutions all over the world. Banks, over 500 banks, and it's just not 500 banks, it's 500 chains of banks all over the world. So we're going into a new economic system in the fourth industrial revolution. So you need to pay attention to that. Look into XRP, Ripple Labs, and see what's going on. My second pick is XLM. Because in lots of countries in the world, a lot of individuals don't have bank accounts. With XLM, the cryptocurrency, you will be allowed to do transactions with other people on your phone. So it takes place of MoneyGram and allows interactions and moving of money on your phone. So you don't need a bank account. That's huge. Now, my last pick is AFR, Ethereum, the African coin. The continent of Africa and a lot of different countries, not all, in some countries, they just don't have the bank accounts. And these people can trade like under the XLM platform and do their thing and trade on their phone and pay people on the phone. And if, as an American, if you get in before the continent of Africa gets in, they're just going to push you up to new heights. So you're definitely going to be, your family's going to be taken care of and your family's going to be taken care of. So you might want to look into that. This is not financial advice. Okay, I would say I have a book pick. Now this is 20 Steps to Power, Influence, and Control Over People. You see, I read the crap out of this book many, many times. And it's by H.W. Gabriel. A very hard book to find. And that book will teach you how to be a very straightforward, sophisticated man that gets, accolades, that is admired, respected, and you become very charming, and you will just be someone very entertaining in the life of the party. Not that you want to be, but you can have control of the room. People pay attention to you because of who and what you are and how you get it done. So that's a book I recommend you looking into it. 20 Steps to Power, Influence, and Control Over People. You can see that I read this book. I have 2 copies of it too. It's a very hard book to find, so look for it. It might be expensive, but if it's too hard to get, just let me know. I'll help you find a copy. We'll work it out. All right, story time. We talked about cheating in the beginning of the title. All right, I would say that all girls cheat. You just have to catch them on the right day. All right, so story time. When I was in school, I met a girl that was dealing with a guy, but maybe not too tough, but they had an argument at a party. So she comes out of the party crying. I happen to be going home, figured it's time to go home. I know her, but not really. So I start speaking to her and figure out the problem and everything. Then she ends up in my room. Then she ends up straightening me out. And then I'm thinking like, weren't you just dealing with a dude and then something went wrong and now you're up here with me chilling? It's crazy like that. Then I found out that she was engaged. So she really does have somebody, but she's messing with me. So if you catch them on the right day, a lot of girls will get down. Number two, I met another person inside the gymnasium. For whatever reason, I was in the gymnasium. I don't think it was after playing basketball. She's crying on the steps, telling me her boyfriend cheated on her. Now, they're not officially broken up because just because a man cheats on you doesn't mean it's over like that, right? So I'm consoling her and everything. Trust me, I'm not going after these girls. But then she turns on the heat. Next thing you know, she's sleeping over and she's straightening me out. Then the next day she's like, oh, what's it like to have a one night stand? And I'm thinking like, I know your man. Your man's not my man, but I'm like, all right. Then it was a domestic violence situation at my school. It never really got out, wasn't too big, but she brought a man over there. Something went down. He smacked her up. Then I was hanging out with her. No, I wasn't hanging out with her. I consoled her like I do. You think it would be a pattern, but it's really not. I know her, so I'm like, yo, what happened? She told me what happened, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, she's in my room being consoled. Then I straighten her out. And I'm thinking like, yo, can you get your girls mad and leave them alone? Because I'm not even a predator, but I'm just like. So one time in California, I was driving an Uber, and I picked up a girl. She comes in the car crying. Here we go again. So I console her. And she's like, you don't have to do that. I was like, no, you're a passenger. I want to make sure you're straight. She wants to go to a bar. So I take her to the bar. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me make sure you're straight. So she's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, I'll buy you a drink. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll just take off now because, ain't nothing really going on out in this part of town. And we chill. We dance, we drink. And next thing she knows that, like, yo, I'm going to straighten you out tonight. And I was like, I kind of figured you were going in that direction. So, she took me to the back seat of my car, straightened me out. So long story short, do not put your woman in an Uber if she's mad at you. Don't let her go anywhere. And you got to be worried about some of these fights that you have with your girls. Because they're going off with the other. When they get mad, they just go off with another man. It's crazy. I don't even think I'm that special, but girls will be upset. Next thing you know, they're straightening me out. So that's a true thing. Moving along and ending up the show a little bit. We got the crypto picks. We got a book pick. Check them all out. You got the wealth equation. All right. Let's give some quick advice time. Think before you speak. Pause lest you say something stupid or look foolish. I notice a lot of people on the internet, when they get emotional, they just blurt out nonsense. Then someone that's a little less emotional gets a chance to take advantage of them and make them look stupid. So we have that. Now also, find and trust counsel. You need to find counsel that you can trust, especially if you want to be the boss in certain situations. Anytime I was in a leadership role in my own business, I always have friends that would be smarter than me in certain aspects of life and business. So I'll take advantage of that. I think that's always a good deal, right? And hire people smarter than you. Robert Kiyosaki. That was a good book. All right, so shout out to Elmont High School. Shout out to Elmont, my neighborhood. The Net Rag, Belmont Racetrack, and all that good stuff. And Stop with the Idaho jokes. It's not funny. I got caught up in Idaho. It's not funny. Stop it with the Idaho jokes. Alright. Everything's good in the hood. I'm back. I'm gonna start making more videos. Hopefully, sort of like a rap video next. So we'll figure that out. And respect to everyone. Passport gang, crypto gang. I'm back, baby. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it going. Keep it funky. Did I say that? Oh man. Yeah. Let's keep it cracking. And I love you guys. And I'm gonna come out. We're gonna change the dynamic of the show, so it's gonna get more and more interesting. Wait until we get into a little bit of politics. It's gonna be hot. I got a lot to say. All right then. Chill.